It might be, and I might have to say this topic, might be when there's a black shooter. It might be. I got to do some more homework on it because, bro, listen, all these killings, sometimes be multiple people killed by another black man in Miami or Lauderdale or some shit like that. And when was the last time you heard about a mass shooting in Fort Lauderdale or in Miami?
Yeah, because it's got to be 4 or more. It's 2s and 3s like that. You know what I'm saying?
So the one in Mexico was 3.
No, or more. It probably 3 died. It was just one recently in Miami that they ain't really say nothing about. Remember the 12-year-old boy? The little boy was in the 7-Eleven and the man walked in there and shot him and killed like 3 other people. And yeah, he killed the little boy buying a slushie.
Yeah.
That was last week or something like that.
Now, this one in Miami, 2 dead, over 20 injured in Miami mass shooting.
Yeah, see, it was two dead and more shot. Like it could be 8 shot with no fatalities. And I was thinking the other day, you don't hear about mass shootings as much as you hear about it in America. Like, why is we doing it so much here?
If we really want gun control, if the people that our people, I'm just going to say, African American people, we continuously vote for these people in office and say they're for the lower class, middle class, inner city. Based on my color, they say I'm supposed to be in the city. I'm supposed to be Democratic. Right. And you say you for me, but I'm not getting the attention of a mass shooting in my neighborhood. Am I proud to have mass shootings? No. But when multiple people are killed in the inner city in the African American community, it's several people shot by gunmen at party. Mm-hmm. And they make sure they say it's at party, gathering, park,
for sure,
concert,
a hangout,
hanging out. As if, this is what happens when these people get together.
Exactly.
Versus mass shooting at a school in Virginia. Okay. They weren't in class. They were just hanging out. Is at a gathering, probably in the courtyard or at a park, but they get a different label. And so white shooters and white victims get different attention than black shooters and black victims.
Oh yeah.
So you expect all the attention to be the same.
I expect
in that sense.
I just really want to bring attention to that, because that we talk about disparity. Last week we talked about education. You can't have gun control. One of the things that might be necessary is education. Let's educate let's educate young black people about the right way to get a gun. You can have a gun. Mm-hmm. Just like a young person can't wait till they get 16 to what?
Drive.
To drive.
Exactly.
Man, I can't wait till I get 18 so I can properly buy my gun. And when I properly have my gun, it ain't nothing nobody.
Don't you think 18 should be the number for that?
Honestly, based on today. And
yeah, like we talked about last time we was here, you say kids can have sex at a certain age. Why can't possess a gun?
Right.
At that same age. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it's the same thing.
We have so much restriction.
Lives are at stake on either side. Mm-hmm. Okay. We teach kids about sex education and safe sex. Why? Because the life on the line, they catch the wrong disease or virus. Mm-hmm. Lives on the line with guns at stake.
So it should be a curriculum.
All right, so let me ask you this.
In school.
Y'all got kids. I don't have kids in school right now. Would you be okay with them teaching your kids gun safety and how to properly use a gun and being taught that they can properly buy a gun legally when they turn 18?
I would say yes and no. I'm on the fence with that one. And the only reason I say that is because, like I feel now, I think that we should have protocols with it, as far as like a psychological test to even possess a gun. Right. I feel like we should psychologically know where these people are when they're purchasing these guns. And if you don't pass a certain kind of psychological test, I don't think you should be able to have a gun, because, that's why a lot of people don't go to the army, because they didn't pass psychologically. So why should they be able to buy a gun in the streets psychologically?
That make a that for
That's
sure. That make a lot of sense.
That's a very valid point.
Yeah.
If you can't get into the listen, here we go. We require the same criteria necessary to get into the military. Maybe not physically. Obviously, can't do that. But we require everything else. If you can't pass a test that the military gives you to get in the military,
Shouldn't be able to buy.
shouldn't be able to buy them. We're not just a podcast for the African American community. I want to make that clear. We're a podcast
That's
for
true,
everybody.
that's true.
But right now, the subject is
Hot buttons.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about guns in the African American community, what's labeled as a mass shooting and a shooting in the African American community. So I remember learning about, this was some years ago. I think the last number that they recorded, it was 2014. And what they had stated was that more African American children in the state of New York had been aborted than were born
Mm.
in the state of New York. This was in 2014.
Nobody don't want their kids black.
Well, we've been tricked.
What's the trick?
We've been tricked.
How could somebody trick somebody to go down there?
Well, because when people don't go back and study history,
Oh, I was just finna say he should already know God don't like that. So
okay, well, it depends on everybody got their own definition of God today.
yeah, that's true.
Right. So,
Right.
I believe her name is Margaret Sayer, Sayer. She was the original founder
of abortion.
of Planned Parenthood.
Mm. You're right.
I would like,
remember hearing.
I would like to hear, because she has some values and some views.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this thing called eugenics. This is the founder
Mm-hmm.
of Planned Parenthood. Now, if you do more study, I did more study on this. This was pushed into the Black community
Mm-hmm.
as by choice. Listen, Black women, you guys are having babies. You should have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want a career? Don't you want to do this and that and so on and so on? And
Right.
it began to happen. Black women began to parrot that. And it's like, yes, we deserve a right to have a life.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the baby.
Don't have a baby now. Get rid of the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where you find a lot of Planned Parenthood clinics at?
In Black neighborhoods.
Black neighborhoods. Okay. And so when you see people picketing, you don't see them picketing down off Las Olas at the Planned Parenthood off Las Olas Boulevard.
Mm-mm.
You don't see them down in Aventura. Okay. These are prominent white communities in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you see them off of Dixie Highway. You see them over off of all these inner city places. And so our people, Black community, was tricked into to champion and getting behind an organization what was designed to destroy us. They got us upset. But this was just about 10, 15 years ago when it was like, they're going to take away the food stamps.
Yeah.
Everybody got upset. I wasn't as educated on things now. But I was like, man, that's messed up, man.
I had just had my daughter. I was like, what?
But listen to this. How they going to take our dependence on the government and make us go and work and actually buy food on our own?
You know what he just said. Make
Right.
us go.
Exactly. And honestly, that's exactly how the Black community was feeling and thinking.
Yeah.
And that's because they made us feel like we should be dependent on them. We should not depend on nobody else. We had to depend on ourselves, which is us women and our children, so that they can just grow up and be starving to death and struggle and
Right.
have to help us and redo the cycle all over again. And yeah, I totally agree with everything you're saying, because I had a friend that, mind you, I never, ever had an abortion. I had all 4 of my children. I do not believe in abortions. It's just not for me. But I had a friend that had several. She even went up north to have them. I was like, wow. And she was white. And I kept explaining to her, like, I don't know if that's good for your body, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Right.
You know, that was another thing that they did not explain to us, that while they are doing that, they're ruining us.
Mm.
And some women, even though they did not get ruined, they were still able to have babies.
Mhm.
They don't even realize that later on down the line, they're still ruined. Their bodies are worse off. That's why we don't live as long as
Sure.
well.
For sure. So why most women out here today, when they're talking about the abortion pills and stuff, why they not talking about you shouldn't do it? Why most women ain't Bored.
Because you still need a choice, honestly, because there's still rape, there's
Right.
still disease, there's still the possibility of dying while having the baby when you find out that you're pregnant. Every pregnancy I had, I went to Hope Women's Center. They were the best place. They gave me a sonogram. They told me when I had got pregnant. They did everything for me. They even gave me things for my baby.
Is that a Planned Parenthood
Yes,
center?
it's
Okay.
a Planned Parenthood center, but in the same sentence, they don't push abortion. They push for you to have the baby, to
Yes.
keep the baby. They minister to you. They helped you throughout the whole entire process of your pregnancy. Places like that need to be pushed more.
Okay.
If women are raped or in any type of circumstances, they should go to places like that,
Right.
you know, so that they can really weigh out their options. Because if I was raped, I probably would not want the baby.
Right.
But having counseling and someone to talk to and having someone to hold your hand through the whole process makes a big, big difference.
Sounds like it may help.
Yeah, it sounds like it may help. I think that, just more light needs to be brought to the details of these kind of issues, and like the light we just brought with Margaret Sanger,
Mm-hmm.
and how that would be like an organization that was started by the Ku Klux Klan.
Mm-hmm.
And now me standing up for that organization saying, this is a great place and this is for us, and not understanding, wait a minute,
Right.
the Ku Klux Klan started this, and I'm actually champion at their ideas and their ideology. And
Right.
so that's why I said that, Black women have been tricked,
Oh,
have
yeah.
been tricked. The Black community has been tricked.
Oh, yeah.
This did not originate for the Black community for choice.
No.
It was their choice. They wanted to make the choice for us because they felt that we couldn't. We were
For
producing
sure.
way too many kids. We was taking money from the government.
Mhm.
We was retarded. Excuse that word, not that word that was used. Dumbfounded. We didn't have any sense, and all we did was commit crime. I don't know what we're going to be next as African Americans. I mean, we've gone from, I might have the order wrong. I know we were negroids,
Yeah.
then Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we were colored
Colored.
because you had the colored water fountains and
Mhm.
colors, and we still use color today. What color people would you represent? Yeah. So now, you remember the old commercial? It's a terrible thing. Mine's a terrible thing to waste.
Oh my God.
What fund was that? Anybody know? The United Negro College Fund. Where that fund at today? You don't even see them commercials no more.
Yeah, they do. But I think they're actually.
They don't say Negro College Fund.
No, I think they actually partnered with McDonald's. Did they not?
Do they still say United Negro College Fund?
Yeah.
And now today, we are African Americans.
Sponsor of that.
Proud African Americans.
What you
Right.
want to be called?
I just want to be called Salt.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I just want to be
Bust
called.
your salt.
I just want to be called Salt. That's all I want to be called.
But if you're filling out a form, what you need to be seen?
What today they put other on there, and they put other, or you don't have to answer this question if you don't like when it comes to race. Today on most up to date forms that require
That is true.
And so it's like, you know what? But what's funny is back in the day when I was a jit and I started getting a little sense, and I was like, American. You know what I'm saying? Because then, but I did it out of fear, right?
Mm,
That if I checked Black,
mm.
whatever it was I would have some kind of negative reaction. They wouldn't take my application or something. So I would just put American. And sometimes like, man, I'm American, man.
And guess what? You wasn't wrong. You wasn't wrong, because the moment that they see African American or Black, they do have a preconception of what we just might be like,
Right.
and don't even know who we are.
That's
why I'm happy.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm happy my grandmother named me Janessa
Janessa.
and not Shalaquisha or something.
What's your kids' names?
Shannon,
Okay.
Karen, Josiah, and Amari,
Okay.
and Ethan.
Why not Daquan?
Because I knew how to
Jaquarius.
spell. Because I knew how to spell these names just by the sound of them.
Okay.
Ferrari.
Do you feel like
Call.
giving the child a name like the Aquarius stereotypes them
Immediately.
immediately?
Just like I just said that. Immediately. Okay. Because how you not gonna assume that Daquan ain't Daquan? Okay.
Daquan to the
If he
front
ain't
office.
if he ain't going to the Dulles, Lord of mercy. If he's not going to football or basketball, Daquan. You hear how you see how my Daquan.
You know what I just thought about?
I don't
And
know
I
what
could
to
be wrong. I've never seen a CEO of anything named like Daquan or now I can't think of another name. You know what I'm saying?
I know you thought. I bet you seen an African one though. Of course you have. There are too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't count us out. We there.
Yeah, no, I'm saying,
But we ain't African American.
Yeah, African. What do you think we're gonna be next? I say we started right now. What can we be? Because we're not all from Africa.
Aliens.
Mixed because Lord knows I have Chinese, Black, Indian, Haitian in me.
Okay.
So I can't necessarily say I'm.
I think I got Irish in my background. I think.
We know what our next segment should be. All us taking, because you saying what you got in you saying what you got in you. I don't know what's in
I
me.
think them hoax. I don't think them. You talking about
the DNA things.
I think that's
You get a lot of views with them too, taking them them ancestry tests,
Those ancestry things.
and finding out, damn, hey, who thought I was? I'm not that person who I thought I was.
Not gonna lie.
Get a lot
so
of
let me
views
ask
for
you this
that.
question. You find out you 45% Russian. Are you gonna be behind Putin on those?
Damn right. Damn right. Damn right.
We're sleeping on opposite ends of the bed because I'm at the top, he at the bottom.
I mean, you have to be proud of your heritage, right? Do you have to?
I want to know what's in me because I don't know. You know, a couple years ago, a lot of people were saying I had Barbadian in me.
Mm-hmm.
But talking to my dad the other day, he was like, hell no. So who the hell I am? I don't even know what's going on with me or who I am today.
I don't know, but he's some kind of foreign. You see those eyes?
I don't know who I am. I don't know where no eyes and all that shit come from. But my daddy might not be my daddy. My mama probably adopted.
It happened to me at 20.
Who knows?
This man's father spit him out.
You never know.
If you see Ernest Sr., you're gonna be like, what is Ernest?
So how many people that thought they daddy, man, that man look just like you.
I don't see that on Mars.
They look just like them.
See, look at the eyes. See the eyes in here. Oh, everybody. And you come to find out.
There's plenty of times people said that I look exactly like my stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I refrain from doing that because there's so many steps and they're like, hey, that's your boy. I can see the difference. Y'all look. Oh, it's my stepson.
They do that.
I guess y'all put the shirt y'all got on. Y'all look.
The shirt match. Y'all look so much alike. This shirt.
For many years, people all grow to look alike.
I think it's because they take on the same mannerisms. They take on the same facial expressions.
Exactly.
And then you begin to look alike.
Like our kids today, their attitudes are all the same. They got the same attitude, and one of them not even from her, but they got the same attitude. All of them act the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I heard what's his name? DL. I saw a clip from him.
I love DL.
Where he said, "Don't hang around with people who ain't got nothing to lose."
Spoke volumes.
They got nothing to lose.
Nothing.
And if you hang around people, that's gonna put you on their IG. It wasn't his IG now, but they put him up
and post
him with a gun. If anything, they supposed to be protecting you.
Exactly. And making sure you didn't have that gun in the first place. Right. And making sure that they ain't had none of their weapons around him either.
Because at the same time, you know, we know who's spending the money.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I'm protecting my money. Hey, no. Come on, bro. You was not riding with that gun.
You see those chains on his neck?
Yeah, you was not riding with that gun. You was not, man. You didn't get locked up, man. We need you on the court.
But if you ain't got them solid people around you these days, they don't give a if you crash. They hoping you crash. They could laugh.
Right.
Get saw that nigga that fell.
So you have people that'll hang out with you because you're the gravy train, but also they waiting. They waiting. They can't wait for you to fall.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
them be some of the ones
talk crap about you, and it's sad.
But that's why I try that. When he said that, I said that speak volumes because I try not to be around people. I said I'm better than people, but I'm on a different road. I don't hang around with nobody ain't got nothing to lose.
Mhm.
Don't come around with the foolishness, man. I don't do clubs. I stopped doing clubs a long time ago. I don't even live that lifestyle. I don't really drink at all. I've been drinking what, 9 years? Okay, I don't do anything. So if you're living a lifestyle where you like to hang out and party and this and that, that's fine. But
I
we don't
connect.
Right.
connect. I have
And
nothing in
that-
common.
yeah.
I can't get on your vibe. Not saying am I better than you, but I can't get on your vibe.
Now you
Right.
saying, hey, bro, I got this family thing going on.
Yeah.
We're going to the beach.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that.
Right.
I'm not sliding to the park. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm gonna a bunch of.
I understand when I did thoroughly, deeply live in the hood. Even at that time, I stopped going to park. You know when I stopped going to play day? You remember play day?
Oh my God.
Bro, I stopped going to play day
when
as
they
a
truck you
as a jit.
You got trampled a couple times.
Middle school going to high school, I stopped going to play day because I was like, man, I'm not going to get caught up in that, man.
Yeah, me too. I stopped going to play day because it was just too much going on. Last time I actually went, it was a shootout there.
Mhm.
It was actually a shootout, and
There's
the
always a
play day I had went to, Trina was there.
Mhm.
She was at Oswald Park
Mhm.
at that play day.
Okay. Play day for all of y'all are wondering what play day is. That's a I hate to say this word, but it's an African American celebration. I think it's on MLK Day, isn't it? It's somewhere around MLK.
It was.
We have the MLK parade, and then after that, it's play day.
It was play day.
You have some rappers, obviously, because
Yeah.
we're African American. We have to have rappers.
Trina, Trick, and Lil Wayne.
All these
and cars
and cars.
Oh, it was
And
so
butts.
much fun.
And
You know, what?
and big.
It was a tamed freaknik. That's
Okay.
what it was.
yeah, it was a tame
It was a
freaking.
tamed freak.
But I stopped going because it was always a shooting.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I was always paranoid. Like, I'll be the one to get hit by that bullet.
Exactly.
You know.
Honestly, that's why I don't, like you were saying, go many places like that that often anymore, because I'm honestly just scared.
Yeah.
You just don't know who's upset for any reason
Right.
and when they want to kill you.
Right.
Or if you just want to be one of those random people that just gonna get shot. You just don't know nowadays. And me and my cousin was just saying that it's just so scary nowadays. You can't even go out the door and say, I'm gonna have a great day today. Because you just don't know.
But you know what I just realized? Because they've been saying this before, but it just came to a head. I guess we'll close on this. That how people are saying they have to live today where you never know if somebody's going to pull out a gun. I'm going to say it again. In the African American community, we've been living like that pretty much all
Yeah.
over.
Yes, but it's more frequent now.
Yeah,
Well, it's
but
still
it
the
used to be,
same
if we could
thing.
get, if we can get out of the African American community, that would
Yeah.
be safe.
Yeah.
You know,
Now.
based on what headlines say, because all the danger was in our community.
Right.
Ain't safe.
You know,
Right.
Ain't no safe
But,
And
nowhere.
now they're exposing all the basket cases that are really out there.
Mhm. So now they're discovering it wasn't just the
Black community.
African American
African
community
community.
that was bringing all the violence.
Exactly.
As we talk about various things from Planned Parenthood, I do believe that we live in a country where everyone, thank God for this country, that we do have a choice. Everyone has a choice. Now, I don't have a right to tell you what you can or cannot do, because what I believe is we all will have to give account for the way we live our life. But what I do believe in is education. And I'm not talking about college and things like that, but education on things that we get behind. Okay. Things like Planned Parenthood. I believe that it was clearly stated and understood on a clear stage that what Planned Parenthood started at and what the founder of Planned Parenthood's purpose was, we probably wouldn't be out there marching so much on that platform. We can stand for choice, but not champion that. You understand what I'm saying? Also with the gun violence, we do have mass shootings. We've been dealing with mass shootings in the African American community forever.
Forever.
Okay, but the mass shootings in our community were called gang violence.
Mm-hmm.
They were called drive-bys.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple people were killed in drive-bys, but they weren't called mass shootings.
Mm-hmm.
They were called drug-related shootings.
Uh-huh.
You understand what I'm saying? So mass shootings have been going on in the African American community since way back.
Since we was in these streets.
Yeah. So it's a shame. And we always say this when it comes to certain issues, like when the crack hit, but it wouldn't become a problem until senators' daughters and everything started getting on crack. These guns that have been going on in the mass shootings that have been going on have become an issue too, unfortunately. And then this is no disrespect to the lives that have been lost, but until white lives in mass have been beginning to be lost.
Right.
You know, now we need gun control. Now we need
it.
now,
Mhm.
you know, and so here for sure, man, we stand for all causes. We stand for everybody. You know, but it's important that we believe that everybody should be educated on every issue. And I may not agree with everything you say, you may not agree with everything I say, but we live in a country that says that that's okay.
Right.
And we're here for sure. We're here to say what we want to say and respect everyone else. And we respect what you stand, respect where we stand, and we can all be respectful to each other.